Hello and welcome to the next episode of Ladder Legends. Today we will dive deep into the Trick Room mines because we are going to play Calyrex-Ice Rider. On top of that, we are going to play a very cool Calyrex-Ice Rider team with some niched picks again in Electabuzz and Smeargle. I hope you will enjoy the video and we will start right into it. Calyrex-Ice Rider is one of the strongest restricted Pokemon just because it has such a strong spread move. And Ice is in general a very good offensive type, and together with close combat you have a nice ice fighting coverage to hit Pokemon like Incineroar for super effective damage, and this is pretty cool. And it is paired here with Smeargle to ensure that Trick Room goes up because you have Fake Out and Follow Me, so you can make sure that you get Trick Room up every time. And then we have cool picks like Electabuzz because Electabuzz is just really good with Vital Spirit against Amoonguss, and we've got Underhill on the team as well to enable coaching support. So this is gonna be a very cool team, and let's take a deeper look into it. So as I said, we have Calyrex-Ice with the moveset Glacial Lance, Close Combat, Trick Room and Protect, and it's a bit faster than some other Calyrexes. The reason for that is because we have a different Pokemon where the speed order is really important, but I will get back to it later. Calyrex-Ice Rider is very bulky. It has 100 base HP, 150 base defense and 130 special defense. Even super effective moves really cannot OKO Calyrex-Ice, and this bulk also allows it to survive certain spread moves. So we don't have White Guard on Smeargle, but we don't need it because the most common spread move combination is Heat Wave Dazzling Gleam from Chi-Yu Flutter Mane, but for that we have Terra Fire, and Terra Fire obviously also helps against Will-O-Wisp Incineroar. And Calyrex-Ice Rider, as I said in the intro, it is one of the strongest restricted Pokemon. But to enable it, I already said we have Fake Out, Follow Me, Smeargle. And as you can see, the Smeargle is slower than the Calyrex-Ice, and that's the plan behind it. That's why we also have 36 speed investment on the Calyrex-Ice, because when we can go for Fake Out, Trick Room, or Follow Me, Trick Room, and if Smeargle survives, then we can go for a Decorate and start doing so much damage. And because we don't have any speed investment and we want to play min speed, we can invest a lot into defense to be able to survive a Surging Strikes as well. And Terra Grass just helps against Amoonguss, or if you want to survive a Rain boosted or Terra Water boosted Surging Strikes, that is pretty cool. And you also have Spore support to enable Trick Room even better. The second Trick Room Pokemon on the team is Farigiraf, and as you can see, Farigiraf is 1 point faster than Smeargle, but still slower than Calyrex-Ice. The reason for that is that you can break the Terra Shell from Terrapagos with Farigiraf, because Farigiraf isn't there to deal damage. And then Calyrex-Ice can follow it up. That's why Farigiraf has to be slower than Calyrex-Ice, but it should be faster than Smeargle, so it is slower in Trick Room, so that you can do the Decorate stuff as well if you have Smeargle Farigiraf on the field, because +2 special attack Farigiraf is also a bit scary, to be fair. We are Terra Ground because Terra Electric Discharge and Hyper Voice if the opponent leads Ursaluna, Blood Moon and Miraidon would KO the Calyrex-Ice, but would not KO the Farigiraf, so we need a Trick Room setter that is able to survive that kind of spread move as well, and this is what Farigiraf does. I twisted the EVs a little bit from the original because I wanted to survive a final Gambit from opposing Annihilate to have a better matchup in the mirror. But you can also play a bit more special defense and drop some HP. If you're interested in a full team report, check out Alex Underhill and Adi Subramanian's team report, because there you can find everything. Yeah, and then the next partner is obviously Ursaluna Blood Moon. And as you can see, it is 1 point slower than Calyrex-Ice, but 1 point faster than Farigiraf, so that you can break the Terra Shell again with Farigiraf and then KO the Terrapagos with Terra Normal Blood Moon, for example. But it also helps to be slower than Calyrex-Ice to hit the redirectors with a Terra Normal Blood Moon first, or break the Terra Shell with Hyper Voice and then follow it up with a Glacial Lance. That's why the Ursaluna is faster than Farigiraf, but slower than Calyrex-Ice. And Ursaluna Blood Moon is just really strong, and we have 3 normal types to have a very good matchup into Calyrex Shadow Rider as well, and Ursaluna just hits really hard. Another partner for Calyrex-Ice is Annihilate, because Annihilate has Coaching and is a ghost type. So it is immune to Fake Out, and with Coaching you can boost the attack stat and the defense stat from Calyrex-Ice, which is just so good because it gets even bulkier and stronger at the same time. At the same time, you can go for Final Gambit, and you can see 217 HP is a lot, so you can get a lot of one-hit KOs against opposing restricted Pokemon, but also against stuff like Clefairy or just Pokemon that want to shut down the Trick Room. You can just obliterate them with a Final Gambit, which is cool. Shadow Claw is just there to hit ghost types, because otherwise you won't be able to hit ghost types, and Close Combat is just a reliable stat move, because otherwise you don't deal any damage, and you don't always want to go for Final Gambit to deal damage. And in the end we have an Electabuzz, and Electabuzz is so cool, because the problem for Calyrex-Ice is, if you don't run Terra Grass, Amoonguss can be EV'd to be slower than Calyrex-Ice, which means in the Trick Room, your main mode, Amoonguss would outspeed the Calyrex-Ice and just spore it, right? And that's where Electabuzz comes in, because you can switch into Electabuzz, go for Protect with Calyrex-Ice, position yourself, and then you have Vital Spirit, Follow Me, which is so cool because you're immune to Spore, and then you don't really care about Amoonguss. You've got Taunt as well if you decide to lead Electabuzz, and you can taunt opposing taunts. That's why we also had Mental Herb on Farigiraf, by the way, for taunt Flutter Mane. And in general, against taunt Tornadus, you don't have to worry about that because you have Armor Tail. But there are some taunt Pokemon that don't run Prankster, for example Umbreon, or as I just said, the Flutter Mane. And then, the Electabuzz. Also, Volt Switch is pretty nice, because Calyrex-Ice can force Terra Water, because Terra Water is just good into Calyrex-Ice to deal with the ice moves. But then Volt Switch is super effective. The last move is Feint, and Feint is great, because some teams just rely on Wide Guard to deal with Calyrex-Ice, and Feint breaks that Wide Guard. And you can also maximize your Trick Room turns, because Feint also breaks Protect, and then the opponent cannot go for Protect as easily. So Electabuzz just makes so much sense on the team, and I am really looking forward to try it out right now. Alright, let's go. We start with a record of 12-3, and many of you wished that I don't cut out the waiting times, and we battle against number 229. Okay, what do we have? Okay, this is the Wolf team, right? The team Wolf featured in his last video with the Raichu, with the AV Raichu. It's a pretty cool team, gotta admit. The problem with Smeargle is that it cannot hit Terra Ghost Instant. It cannot Fake Out it cannot Spoil it, but it's okay. Same for Goldango, of course. In general, Goldango is pretty annoying for Ice Rider teams, so we have to bring Ursaluna for that, I assume. In general, Farigiraf is a nice lead to block the double Fake Out stuff. Zamazenta is also not great for the Ice Rider, so we will bring Ursaluna for sure. But we also have to get Trick Room up. We can lead Annihilate because it also one-hit KOs Zamazenta, it one-hit KOs Raichu, and we can lead Farigiraf next to it, so where we guarantee the Trick Room. He cannot He cannot stop the Trick Room that way. We wanna bring Ursaluna, and we still bring Calyrex to either get a second Trick Room up or just spam Glacial Lances. Because the Zamazenta is also Terra Grass, right? Earth Power Glacial Lance looks pretty cool. I just have to look something up. Farigiraf survives Throat Chop from POW, right? Yeah, it does. That's why we are physically defensive. Adamant Throat Chop does not KO. Obviously, I should not play that it is the team 1-1 because he could have made some changes, right? Okay, we see Goldane go Instant. And this is not bad for us because it depends. I would assume... Okay, I can just go for Shadow Claw into Goldane go because probably the Instant goes Terra goes because I can CC the Instant, I can Final Gambit the Instant, but then Shadow Claw looks super scary, right? But I will still go for Shadow Claw. Do I even go for Trick Room? Because the Annihilate looks really nice right now. I can go for Shadow Claw, Helping Hand. Yeah, Shadow Claw, Helping Hand. Because, okay, please tell me the Instant Terras, not the Goldane go. Imagine I locked myself into close combat now. Insane. This is like such a high risk, high reward play, and I would never have expected that. Because if I lock myself into close combat, he goes for Shadow Ball and knock off into Farigiraf. Yeah. Tough. The problem is now he goes for Make It Rain, knock off. I have to switch Annihilate, bro. I think. But I also don't want to be chipped on Ursaluna. But I literally have no other choice. Yeah, I go Ursaluna, swap in. Or maybe it's better if he gets a double KO. Yeah, I will go for Shadow Claw into Instant. It's actually better if he gets a double KO. I will tell you why. Maybe he just goes for Nasty Plot. Okay, yeah, Make It Rain knockoff. But this is okay. Is it okay? I don't know. I obviously have to... Okay, that turn 1 went terrible. It could have also been an auto win if I just went for CC into Goldane go, but it's fine. Because now, because of Will-O-Wisp, I probably have to Terra the Ice Rider, and Make It Rain is obviously also a threat. Do I protect with Ursaluna? Because if I protect with Ursaluna, I could just win, right? I don't know what I'm talking about. If I protect with Ursaluna, I can block a parting shot if he goes for it. The question is, does he go for it? I will go for Blood Moon into Goldane go and Terra Trick Room. Because I don't think that he attacks with Blood Moon. He probably knocks the Ice Rider to start Intimidate cycling me. Yes! Okay, nice. Important. And Willow, that's perfect! This turn could have not gone any better. Obviously, he could have clicked Hyper Voice, but now Goldane go is in range for everything. Literally everything. Now I can go for Earth Power into Instant and Glacial Lance, because If he has Raichu, it dies. If he switches to Pau, he dies. If he switches to Zamazenta, he dies. It's only bad if he switches to Pelipper, but even that is okay, because then next turn I can High Horsepower the Goldango and Blood Moon the Pelipper if I predict a White Guard. So I will just go for Earth Power into Instant. Or do I go for Hyper Voice? Now I will go for Earth Power into Instant and Glacial Lance. I don't have High Horsepower, by the way. Just realized. Okay, he goes for Protect. Close Combat would have been nice to pick up. What is it called? As one, so I get an attack boost. But I think we should still be fine. Pelipper. Okay. The question is, what does the Pelipper go for? Does it go for White Guard or not? I can use Close Combat on Goldango and Blood Moon, but that's pretty bad. Okay, I will still go for it. Does he go for Protect with Pelipper? It is possible, but I will still go for this play. Ah! I hate it. Like, it's not terrible. I get the attack boost, but now the next turn is a 50-50 that completely decides the game. Because I can either go for... He probably has Zamazenta in the back. If I go for Glacial Lance, Earth Power, maybe it's just Glacial Lance Earth Power. If Ice Rider KOs Pelipper with... well, he can go for White Guard, and Earth Power doesn't OKO Zamazenta. Do I go for... Do I go for Earth Power into Zamazenta or not? Now the question really is, Glacial Lance OKOs Pelipper. So this turn decides everything. Yeah, this turn decides everything. Do I go for Close Combat into Zamazenta or Glacial Lance? I go for Glacial Lance. He doesn't click White Guard. Nice! And we win, I think. I think we win because we are +1 attack. We have to KO Pelipper. If it doesn't KO, he wins. Oh, what a game. What a game. He could have teched it. He could have White Guarded, right? But against every play, I have a winning play. Because against White Guard, I can use Earth Power Close Combat onto Zamazenta. And then next turn Blood Moon Glacial Lance. He loses. If he goes for teched with Zamazenta and no White Guard, I can go for a Hyper Voice Glacial Lance. I think, wait. I'm just thinking, what if he went for, this play sounds super weird, but he could have went for teched White Guard, right? Wait, let me think about it. So if he goes for teched White Guard, I only have one turn of Trick Room left, and I cannot touch with Pelipper at all, because Hyper Voice, Glacial Lance, like I could go for Close Combat, but come on. So he wouldn't take any damage. And then I have one turn of Trick Room left, where it's still a 50. Because if I predict White Guard, I can double target with Zamazenta, and then I win against Pelipper, right? And if I predict him to attack with Pelipper, I can go for Earth Power Glacial Lance, as you just saw. So, tagged White Guard also was not a play, but I wanted to reflect on that. I wanted to go through every possible scenario. But it was a very interesting game one. The turn one went literally as bad as it could have gone. I mean, the Shadow Claw Helping Hand was obvious because the Terra Ghost was so obvious, but yeah, you know, it do be like that. Okay, number 631. GU hands. Okay, this is a classic. The nice part about Farigiraf is that we can block Anchors all the day. And as I said, against that combination, we need Farigiraf. And either we definitely still need redirection, so it's either Smeargle or Electabuzz. I like Smeargle a little more. Actually, because I removed special defense on Farigiraf. Was it for Draco Miraidon? Nah, right? Nah, Draco Miraidon always KOs. Don't mind me. I could also lead Annihilate, but it's bad into Whimsicott, right? That's why we will just lead these two, bring Calyrex, and we just spam Glacial Lances at that point. Like, there's also the option that there are the Trick Room Mind games. If he has Farigiraf, I have Farigiraf, who goes for what, right? And then I will bring Ursaluna last to threaten an OKO on Farigiraf with Blood Moon. And also, it's just an electric immunity, so it makes a lot of sense. So against Chiyu, like against everything, I won't click Fake Out. Like, it depends. What does he lead? You hate to see it. I will go for Terra Blast, follow me, I guess. Oh, I hate it. Sucks to be me. I have to follow me to not die to Draco Meteor. I will Terra Blast the... Wait, how much does Blood Moon do? This is something I should know beforehand, honestly. Okay, Blood Moon okay was Farigiraf. So I can also just go for... I will still Terra Blast with Farigiraf. I don't need chip on Miraidon immediately. I forgot that Dazzling Gleam is a thing, Terra Fairy Dazzling Gleam, but I don't think he goes for it. Now, please go for Trick Room with your Giraffe. Volt Switch. Okay, okay, it was also an option to switch into Ursaluna, right? And then I have two ground types and he is locked into Volt Switch, but the possibility of just Draco into Farigiraf was there. No! I should have Trick Roomed. I should have Trick Roomed. Yeah, now it's pretty doomed. I hate it. Okay, honestly, do I go for Trick Room now? I think he KOs Farigiraf and goes... If he goes for Foul Play, I win, because Glacial Lance Hyper Voice just kills all. He could have had, and not even if he has hands in the back. Like, okay, I will go for Terra Blast into Ogapon and Trick Room. Okay, nice. And now please just foul play. Nice, okay. This worked at least. I actually hoped that Farigiraf would die. If Farigiraf died there, it was literally game. Because then I would just go for Hyper Voice Glacial Lance, right? Do I predict him to reverse the Trick Room? I hate Trick Room, honestly. I cannot stand it at all. Honestly, I think he could go for Spiky Shield and try to foul play the Calyrex. That's why I will go for Terra Blast, Protect. This could be pretty dire. But my Trick Room is so obvious on his Trick Room. So let's see. Yeah, Spiky Shield. Please just go for foul play. Please just go for foul play. Don't go for Trick Room. If he goes for Trick Room, I can surrender. Nice! Oh. Helping Hand Glacial Lance. Actually, let me look something up again. It looks a bit spit deaf because I just did 55. So, or like. Yeah, Ice Rider. Does it, okay, the problem is I have to go for Terra Blast Glacial Lance, but okay. So the problem is he can Terra the Ogapon to survive the Glacial Lance. He doesn't do it. Okay, what does he switch to? He has no switching. Okay, hands. Fair enough. Now Helping Hand would have been better. Actually, I wouldn't KO the Farigiraf. It depends now a bit on the hand's speed, right? But he has Tailwind, but he has also Trick Room. My Calyrex has 75 speed, which is 36 speed IVs. Does he have 36 speed IVs on the hands? I don't have it, like my only play is Helping Hand Glacial Lance. Yeah, I win if my okay. It all depends on who is faster, the hands or the Ogapon. Should I go for foul play in case he's like Terra Water? No, then I can still go for. I will still go for Helping Hand Glacial Lance. Okay, please. Ice Rider. Spice Rider. Follow me. Fair. No! Yes! Oh my god! Ice Rider the GOAT! I didn't even consider this. Oh my god. Ice Rider! Calyrex Spice Rider! Let's go! Okay, he probably was Drain Punch, Volt Switch, Heavy Slam, Fake Out. Actually, is he Volt Switch? Because you usually pair Volt Switch with Ursaluna Blood Moon, so you can go for Volt Switch Trick Room with Farigiraf hands. But I know these games are not very clean. I'm sorry, guys, but they are hype or they are close. So is he really Volt Switch? Because you don't have Volt Switch Trick Room available. Like, you can go for Volt Switch, which is cool because then you can reset the terrain against stuff like Rillaboom. You go for Volt Switch, and then you have Miraidon on the field with Electric Terrain. But you don't have the Volt Switch Trick Room option, really. But yeah, now we have one turn left, right? Yeah, so we can just go for Terra Blast and Glacial Lance. The battle was cancelled. Ice Rider, Calyrex-Ice. Nice. But yeah. So again, you can see if like turn 1, if I go for Trick Room, switch into Ursaluna. Okay. He went for Foul Play, Volt Switch, right, and KO'd my Smeargle. If I did that, I would take small damage from the foul play, but then I have Ursaluna and Trick Room. His Farigiraf doesn't have Protect, most likely. I can go for Blood Moon, Terra Blast into the Farigiraf. KO the Farigiraf immediately, then I don't have to worry about Trick Room 50s anymore. And then I have Farigiraf and Ursaluna on the field, while he switches Miraidon probably into Hands, but then he has Hands next to Ogapon or Miraidon. But what I want to say is that I basically have a full life Calyrex-Ice in the back, and I can just start spamming Glacial Lances and just win by that. Oh wait, same team? Almost. Urshifu Dark probably over Urshifu Dark over, what was it usually? Or what was it just now? Urshifu Dark over Cornerstone. So I can do the same thing again, right? Should I should I switch into Ursaluna this time and then he just Dracos and I lose? It's the same for. Well, if it's the same lead for my opponent, it can get tricky. But let's see. Let's see. Like, I could go for the Terra Ground switch into Ursaluna play. But what if he Dracos, right? But does he want to lock himself into Draco? I don't know. Let's see. Okay. I mean, against this combination, I always have to go for Follow Me, Terra Trick Room. But that's fine, right? Follow Me, Terra Trick Room. Yeah, that's fine. It's most likely that I could. It's most likely that he Volt switches off the Smeargle and goes for Heat Wave, right? Yeah, he doesn't go for Discharge, so I didn't have to go Terra Ground. Okay, he goes for Heat Wave, or does he want to KO his own Shiyu? Okay, yeah. So the Terra was wasted. Having Terra on Blood Moon now would change a lot of things. Or having Terra on Ice Rider. But you don't know how the ladder thinks sometimes. And now Farigiraf, right? Hands. Now we go into Ice Rider. Because Ice Rider is not threatened by a close combat, at least. For now. And now... Okay. We can just go for Glacial Lance and I will Terra Blast with Shiyu. But what if it... No, it's fine. It's... Well, he probably has Urshifu in the bag. Once again, it depends a lot on the speed investment of the hands, but I will go for Glacial Lance Terra Blast. Terra Water. Yeah. Honestly, it's fine as long as we survive this, because now we get an attack boost. I assume, I didn't calculate, but Terra Blast Glacial Lance should KO, right? Yeah, this should KO, this should KO. This will KO. Nice. The problem now is if he has Urshifu Dark in the bag. Probably it is Urshifu Dark with Focus Sash. It makes a lot of sense. And now we just lose. I think. We survive one Wicked Blow, to be fair. So my only play is like Glacial Lance, Helping Hand. Maybe it's a Speed tie? And then I could break the Sash. Is it a Speed tie? At 73 speed sounds so whack. I don't think he wants 73. So it's better to go for Glacial Lance, Helping Hand. And then it's still interesting. Yeah, because we should survive one Wicked Blow. And then it all comes down to 150. I assume Blood Moon eats Drain Punch, but do I eat Drain Punch into Life Orb damage? Yeah, Sash. Yeah, I also eat Drain Punch into Life Orb damage. Okay. Okay, I always lose. I literally always lose. He always wins if he goes for Protect with Urshifu and Drain Punch into Calyrex. Even if I go for Protect Blood Moon. Next turn he can go for... Actually? No, wait. I will play for Choke that he goes for Sucker Punch. Yeah. But his best play is Protect. I will elaborate why. We are at 43, which means we survive Life Orb twice. Okay, wait. The problem is this is not Blood Moon range. Is it? Nah. Actually? Maybe it is. Okay, now the question is... do I try to go for a double Protect? What if he Drain Punches Ursaluna? If he Drain Punches Ursaluna, he loses. Because then I can just go for Glacial Lance. I'm very sure he Drain Punches with Calyrex. I will try to go for it. We don't get it. Please don't Drain Punch with Ursaluna. If you Drain Punch with Ursaluna... Okay. Well, if we got that double Protect, we would have won on spot. But now it comes down to we have 1 HP. What are these thriller games? Can non-Terra Blood Moon KO the hands? It's Life Orb Ursaluna. Modest max special attack. We are at 1 HP. And I will tell you why Protect always wins. I just have to think about it. My brain is fried. Yeah, Blood Moon is the best play. And just KO, please. Yes! And we win 0-0. Oh my god. Okay, why was Tect always the best play? I played it out in my mind, but then I had to focus on other stuff. Because in my mind, Tech Drain Punch always won. But which slot did he have to Drain Punch? The Ursaluna. Because even if I go for... How do I punish this? With Tech CC, I guess? But then... Yeah, I guess with... No. Because, like, I can go for Tech CC. Yeah, Tech CC hands. I think it was not in range, right? I was +1, but Tech CC probably didn't KO. And I can only punish this? Wait, no. Drain Punch into Calyrex is correct. Drain Punch Teched. I can only punish this by protecting Calyrex. Because if I don't protect Calyrex, I lose. And I have to go for Blood Moon into hands, probably. And then next turn, he can go for Sucker Punch and Drain Punch both into Calyrex. And I can only punish it by going for a double protect. Yeah, by going for a double protect and getting the double protect. Because otherwise, he would KO the Ice Rider with the Drain Punch. I can get a double KO with Hyper Voice. But then Trick Room ends and then he can Draco Meteor the Ursaluna. So it's not a safe win, but it's like the odds are better by going for that route. Because in that route, I have to go for Protect first, then I have to go for Protect again, get the double Protect, or he misses a Draco. Like, all of that stuff has to happen in order for me to win. And if I don't Protect, he wins. Or if I don't get the double Protect, he wins. But yeah. Number 648. A lot of Miraidon today, huh? 2 out of 2 went for Volt Switch. So should I go crazy? Well, it's probably Electric Seed Volcarona, which is annoying for Ice Rider. No one ever led with Whimsicott. So I could delete Ape and just get a final Gambit off immediately. Do I even bring Ice Rider? I do. Like, this is only bad if he leads Whimsicott. But based on how all these players played so far, now watch him leading Whimsicott. I got so much wrong today, but I still win these games. I don't know. Let's see. Okay. Great. But now... I said great, but is it great? Because I could go for Final Gambit Miraidon Trick Room, but he could switch, reverse the Trick Room, stuff like that. The problem is if I go for Trick Room and he has hands, which is again slower than all my stuff, then I'm in big trouble. And especially if he has close combat. Like, Drain Punch is not as bad because Ursaluna survives the Drain Punch. But yeah, I will go for the obvious play. Final Gambit, Trick Room. Okay, nice. Maybe he wants me to set up a Trick Room just for the hands. But let's see. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. I will just go with Saluna now. Imprison. You love it. Okay. Who is faster? This question really haunts me. And what's his last? I will use Blood Moon and Terra Blast in actually Psychic Noise. If he has Drain Punch, okay, Blood Moon, Fairy Graph, Psychic Noise. Psychic, okay. Nice! KO! Don't be Spidef. He is Spidef! Okay, but I can block with Drain Punch, right? Drain Punch. Drain Punch, not close combat. Drain Punch. Bro, Pokemon is such a funny game. Pokemon is such a funny game. Oh my god. And now I can just go for Hyper Voice and another Psychic Noise. Yeah, Hyper Voice, Psychic Noise. Doesn't matter. Like, I could also go for Earth Power and Psychic Noise with Fariga, but it's basically almost the same damage. And if I have double chance to crit the hands with either Psychic Noise or Hyper Voice. I don't get one, but it was more likely to KO it that way. Okay, Terra Ground would have been nice, but maybe he KOs himself. He did. Okay. Is there a Pokemon that can beat me? Maybe Volcarona with Electric Seed. Okay, this guy should not beat me because I can just go for Blood Moon. I still have Terra left on my Ice Rider. Yeah, Blood Moon, Trick Room. Is Trick Room even necessary? What if he gets like multiple attacks? Nah, but if Farigiraf survives, then I have Glacial Lance Terra Blast, so Trick Room is the better play. Yeah, he goes for Wicked Blow, but that's okay because Urshifu can never, like, he gets a double KO because I died to the Life Orb, but Urshifu can never ever KO Terra Fire Ice Rider. He goes Terra Dark, I go Terra Fire, and he just hopes that I don't Terra, I guess. Because Wicked Blow cannot crit on top of a crit as well, right? But yeah, let's see. I haven't Terra'd yet, right? If I Terra'd now, I would lose, but I haven't Terra'd yet, I know that. And that's why I also didn't go for Terra Normal Ursaluna, because the last player also had Urshifu, and yeah, GG. Yeah, he goes Terra Dark, but luckily we are Terra Fire. Imagine we were Terra Ghost. Terra Ghost Ice Rider sounds like Spice Rider. But yeah, GG. 4 out of 4. But every time we only have 1 Pokemon in the end, or even 0 Pokemon in the end, but we can still clutch it out. It's pretty interesting. And we played against 3 Miraidon, and what was the other? What was the first restricted? But we because we played 3 Miraidon in a row, and then we played 1. Wait, I will get there. Yeah, we eat Uber Eats. What was? He rage quitted. He rage quitted. Come on, bro. Come on. What do you mean? What do you mean? But yeah, what was the last restricted, or the first restricted we played? My memory is so bad. It was not Shadow Rider, it was not Ice Rider. Was it Awesome Rider? No. It was Summer Santa. The Wolf Team. The Wolf Team, yeah. We love close battles. But yeah, let's get right into the last one. Number 205. But we always, with all 3 restricteds we've played so far, we always went 4-1. So it's gonna be interesting if we can go 5-0 for the first time. With that team, it would be pretty cool. It is a really cool team and a really good, like, you can see that it has some nice winning lines, but I'm honestly not the biggest Trick Room fan because sometimes you just lose to a double protect, right? Because you just don't have enough turns, but it can also be very strong. Okay, we also see Ice Rider here. I think I saw that team before. Wait, was it on Liberty Note? Because I definitely saw that team. What do I do against this? I honestly have no clue. It is almost the same. Like, there was one Ice Rider Valiant team that got featured today. Also, for those who don't know what Liberty Node is and what I'm talking about, I will send you, I will link it in the description as well. Now I haven't really thought about it. I think in the mirror you always go for like coaching stuff, right? We also got Final Gambit. Smeargle is also not bad actually. Is it maybe this lead? Because I can spore the Pelipper so it doesn't go for White Guard shenanigans. I want to bring Electabuzz at least once. I don't know what I did. But I want to bring Electabuzz once. He has 2 White Guard Pokemon in theory with Pelipper and Iron Valiant, but let's see. Ogerpon, Calyrex. Imagine I went for tough. Imagine I went for the coaching stuff. Does he go for Spiky Shield or not? Does he go for Spiky Shield? I can go for Glacial Lance Follow Me. Because then I can KO the Ogerpon with Feint. But I could also get an attack boost immediately. I don't think he goes for Spiky Shield. Nice. Bye bye Ogerpon. Like, there were a lot of thoughts. I can not immediately explain why I did this, but just trust me, it was good. And we already know that his Calyrex is faster than our Calyrex. But we get the attack boost. And this means that our Ursaluna is faster than... Like, now we want to get the Trick Room up. Because Blood Moon is faster than his Calyrex in the Trick Room. But what if he goes for the Trick Room? I hate it. But let's first see what he goes to. Because there are not a lot of options, honestly. There was Raging Bolt, Pelipper. Okay, that guy. It's Rapid Strike Roll. It's probably Scarf Rapid Strike. So I just go for Trick Room and actually my Smeargle is slower. So I will go for Follow Me instead. Don't go for Trick Room. Don't. Ah, I see. You are a Assault Vest. You are a Assault Vest. Aha! Okay, we just go with Saluna. Blood Moon. You are friggin' Assault Vest. Of course you are. Okay, we can go for Glacial Land, Terra Hyper Voice. Yeah. Okay, we KO the Urshifu here. Unless it was a speed high, or here's Assault Vest Urshifu now. A lot of stuff can still happen, right? But I think we should be fine. Yeah, Hyper Voice. He says. No, we just got a min roll. But we win a speed high if it was one. It probably was not. That's why I went for Glacial Lands, by the way. And he probably goes for Glacial Lands himself. I want to show the power of Electabuzz. Okay. I can just go for close combat into this. And I will go for Hyper Voice, because even if he Wild Guards, when his Calyrex dies to a close combat, and if he has Shadow Sneak and KOs my Calyrex, then Hyper Voice is better. That's why I go for Hyper Voice. Yeah, that's fine. Unless it all was a speed tie. If it all was a speed tie now, I'm mad. I'm honestly super mad then. Yes! I didn't want to go for Blood Moon, like CC Blood Moon also was an option, right? But what if he has Shadow Sneak, KOs my Calyrex, right? I go for Blood Moon into Valiant. He gets a double KO with Glacial Lance. Gets +2 attack, and then it would come down to Electabuzz surviving a +2 high horsepower, which is probably not doable. Yeah, it's not doable. Also single target Glacial Lance, like +2 Calyrex is just way too strong, and now we can just go. And he would have had Trick Room up, right? That's why I went for this play. Always think about every possible scenario. And even Pokemon like Iron Valiant cannot fool me, because I have all the movesets in mind. But yeah, we won 5 out of 5. I hope you enjoyed this episode with the Banger team. As I said, rental is also in the description, or you just saw it earlier in the video. I hope you will enjoy it. Tomorrow I will stream with Kyogre and Eternatus. We will have some Eternatus gaming. So if you want to see it, I will be live in about 25 hours after this video is loaded up. Like you will see when I loaded it up, and 24 hours after I will be live with some amazing more VGC gaming. Let's see, where do we end? We are in top 200, which is cool. I have never played ladder. I don't know how good this is, but being 17-3 is not bad, I would say. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.